Have you ever found the perfect bread recipe only to realize it's for one loaf and you need two? Or maybe it's written in grams and you want cups. Or you want to increase the hydration, add a Poolish, or convert between yeast types. Suddenly you're doing math instead of baking. That's exactly why I created the Bread Toolbox calculator on Bytes Bread and Barbecue. Today I'll show you everything it can do. Let's head over to the Bread Baker's Toolbox on my website. And if we scroll down, we can see the application running here embedded in the website. First up is the recipe scaler. Now, one of the things this was originally designed was if you had a recipe for one loaf and wanted to make it into two loaves, you could scale it up. However, it also has another interesting function that is not immediately obvious. For those of us that live in the US, we all know that if you bake by weight in grams, your recipes are the most accurate. However, a lot of us in the US still think in terms of cups, teaspoons, and tablespoons. So if we select our output up here in US recipe units, and the recipe is in grams, you'll notice at the bottom that it actually converts it to cups. So that you can enter in a recipe, or if you have a recipe that's in metric units and you want to know what that is in cups, teaspoons, and tablespoons, this will actually do the math for you on the fly if you enter the appropriate recipe. And if you want to do it head to head, here we see our original flour is 500, and if we put the desired output at 500, it just does a standard conversion instead of increasing the bread recipe. But the original function of this was that we wanted to convert a recipe, like here's a recipe that makes one loaf of bread. And we see that it is using about 5 cups of flour. So we type in here 5 cups of flour, and we know that we want to double that. This is the only time you have to think about math. You double that to 10, and you now have your original recipe at the bottom. So we have to put in 5 cups of flour, and we go back to the recipe and we see that it's 2 cups of water. So you put in 2 cups of water. And for salt, we have 2 teaspoons of salt. So we enter 2 teaspoons of salt. And under yeast, this says active dry yeast, 1 tablespoon. So we're going to change this to say active dry yeast. And we're going to make it 1 tablespoon. And I just tabbed and hit T for that. It'll take those ingredients. But this recipe also has additional ingredients. It has 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil and also has a 1/4 cup of honey. So let's add honey. And we knew it was a 1/4 cup. And we're going to add another ingredient, and we're going to add vegetable oil. And that was 2 tablespoons. And now if we look down here, our recipe has been doubled to make 2 loaves of bread, 10 cups of flour, 4 cups of water, and it's doubled all of the ingredients, including the additional ingredients that we added. So this works really well if you want to scale up. You can also scale down. Say you have a recipe that does make 2 loaves and you want to cut it down to 1 loaf. Then you just would put this at half, say 2.5 cups of flour, and you can see that now we've halved it, and it takes all of the other ingredients and halves those as well. So this is a very nice calculator that does scaling for your bread recipes. Next up is the hydration calculator. Hydration is one of the most important numbers in bread baking. It is simply the amount of water compared to the flour. Let's enter 500 grams of flour and 350 grams of water. This tells you that the hydration is 70%. As hydration increases, dough generally becomes more open and airy. Lower hydrations tend to be easier to handle and shape. If you've ever wondered why one dough feels completely different from another, hydration is often the reason. The calculator lets you quickly experiment with different hydration levels without doing the math manually. Baker's percentages. Professional bakers often use baker percentages. At first they seem confusing, but they're actually very simple. In baker percentages, flour is always 100%. All the other ingredients are based as a percentage of that flour by weight. For example, 500 grams of flour with 350 grams of water tells you the water is 70%. In this example of 10 grams of salt, that means that it's 2%. The yeast, 2.5 grams, is 0.5%. Each one is a certain percentage based on the flour being 100%. This system makes it incredibly easy to compare recipes and scale formulas. The calculator handles the percentages automatically so you can focus on the baking. Preferment calculator. This is probably my favorite feature. If you've watched any of my videos, you know that I'm a huge fan of preferments. Let's say that we want to convert a straight dough recipe into one that uses a Poolish. The calculator tells us how much flour goes in this example, 1,000 grams. We want a final dough that has 70% hydration, and it tells us that we want 30% of the flour to be dedicated to the preferment, usually the night before. So we're using a Poolish technique, which means that you have 100% hydration. And you can see down here in the preferment, you're going to take 300 grams of that 1,000, and you're going to match that with an equal amount of water to give you 100% pre-fermentation and hydration. But there are also different kinds of preferments. There's Biga, which is 60% hydration, and Sponge, that is 70% hydration. If you scroll down further in this page, I actually talk about what the different types of preferments are and what they're commonly used for. I even provide a link to my Poolish calculator that takes any bread recipe and converts it into a Poolish recipe. This will even include ingredients like yeast that you put a pinch of the night before into the Poolish that's not included in this particular part. So there's no guessing, no spreadsheets, no complicated calculations. If you're experimenting with Poolish, Biga, or Sponge, or other preferments, this tool can save a lot of time. And honestly, it's one of the reasons that I have built the bread toolbox in the first place. Yeast conversion. This is if you have different types of yeast. You can see that there's instant yeast, active dry yeast, and fresh yeast. In our first example, we were using active dry yeast. But most people have at home the instant yeast that comes in the small packets in the grocery store. Each one of those packets has about 2.5 teaspoons of yeast in it. And you can see that suppose that's not what you have at home, the recipe calls for 1 packet of yeast, but you only have active dry yeast at home. You can see that you're going to want 9.69 grams or fresh yeast, 23 grams. Now, again, at the top, if you select US units, it'll change that to teaspoons and tablespoons if that is what you're used to measuring it. It'll convert it for you. And this works in all directions for all different types. Like if I make this active dry yeast, it now changes the number of teaspoons and tablespoons. It does the conversion. So you can do a yeast conversion in all directions depending on what kind of yeast you happen to have on hand. If you'd like to try the bread toolbox calculator yourself, it is completely free on Bytes Bread and Barbecue. You'll also find bread baking articles, tutorials, my Poolish calculator, and additional baking tools. I will put the link in the description below. As always, if you enjoyed this, please subscribe to my channel, and we will meet you here back at Bytes Bread and Barbecue.